I'm kind of upset right now because I just recorded a video expressing grief about Jonathan Price. Now, before I get into who he is, you know what? Scratch that. Let me get into who he is before I get into this. So Jonathan Price is this guy in Texas, a black man, 31 years old, same age as me, who was breaking up a fight. It was a domestic dispute between a man and another woman. I'm guessing that they were in a relationship. Cops were called. They came. They tased him, and then he, when you get tased, you get shakes and everything like that, and you know, your body reacts. So he was extending his hand out, basically trying to like say, look, I'm not the person that you are making me out to be. But they didn't hear of it, and then they shot and then they killed him. I just did a video which was almost 10 minutes long expressing my grief and extending condolences out to his family, only to have to delete that video and come back and say or see this. And it's a good thing that I did come onto Twitter and I saw this. This is a post that Jonathan Price posted up on June 15th of this year. Let me go ahead and read this to you right now and show you how karma works. With all the tension and animosity going on with race and the police, one time, I'm on the same fence as Lil Wayne, with him saying a white cop saved his life and hasn't been too vocal based off of experiences. Yet appears to me that a white cop took his life. I was raised by the Malones and Woodruffs in my hometown for a large amount of my youth, and was my second family then and still are in 2020. If I have to say anything, the amount of food fed to me, money they spend on me outweighs any BS about race or color right now. So this basically is him telling us he was raised by a white family. I'm only assuming they're a white family, and the money that they gave him or spent on him and the food that they gave him basically allows him not to see color. He's void of it. I have family that's never done a damn thing for me or supported my business ventures, and they're my blood. They will forever be 1 million in my book, locked, and they know who they are. They're to blame for my countryside and addiction to white women. And then he drew a peach. Is that a peach? And not complaining one bit. Okay. You know what? This guy's headed into the Stephon Clark territory. This reminds me of Stephon Clark all over again. There were times I should have been detained for speeding, outstanding citations, outdated registration, dozing off at a red light before making it to my garage downtown Dallas. After a long night out, I've passed the sobriety test after leaving a bar in Wiley, Texas by 2 white cops and still let me drive to where I was headed. And by the way, they consider Wiley, Texas to be very racist. I never got that kind of energy from the popo. Not saying black lives don't matter, but don't forget about your own or your experiences through growth, quote unquote, waking up. Hashtag God's plan, hashtag elevate movement, hashtag stay woke. It's so much wrong with just that last paragraph that he wrote. Like, this guy literally in the last paragraph spilled out everything that he did, and he probably feels that he has arrived because he was raised by this white family. They took him in, they clothed him, they fed him, and he basically downed his whole family. He said it's because of them that I have an addiction to white women. No, you just liked white women because you liked white women. And he says there have been times I've been detained for speeding. It's like he's bragging. You got detained for speeding, outstanding citations, outdated registrations, and so on and so forth. He said that like it was a good thing. How? How is any of that a good thing? It just seems to me like he lived his life recklessly. It really did. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm glad what happened to him. I'm not approved. But at the same time, reading this, which was a couple of weeks after what happened with George Floyd, and right on the cusp or right around or at that point of what happened with Rayshard Brooks. Now look at what happened this week. He gets killed by the same police that let him, what was that, not to get detained for speeding and nothing happened. Him getting outstanding citations, outdated and all that, basically let him slide, are now the same ones that took him out. I can say this though, now I feel nothing. At one point I did feel something, but now after reading this, I feel absolutely nothing now. And to anybody who comes across this video that feels some type of way about it, you'll just have to feel some type of way.